Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. I hope you've been well since our last encounter. This is going to be your YouTube version per usual. If this message does resonate with you and or if it doesn't, please like, share, and subscribe. And you can also find the extended version to this reading down in the description box below. It's only $5 a month to gain access to all 12 monthly Zodiac extendeds. I do every single Zodiac every month. And yeah, it's always a blast to see what comes through in these messages, because just innately and inevitably, as you guys grow, I grow. And I always am just so blessed by the messages that do choose to come through and reveal themselves, because even if they're not specifically for me, I'm molded in some way. I am healed in some way. Something about myself is revealed to me, and it's a very empowering industry to dive into, and I'm just so grateful for this journey. And I hope you guys also start feeling really grateful for this journey. I know we have a new moon coming up in Libra, and I'm sure that's going to be making you guys feel right at home, but it's also going to be making you very aware of your emotional body, your emotional state, your feminine nature. It's going to make you very aware of what's truly going on, and there's going to be balance brought to that. So depending on where you're at, that could be maybe difficult feeling, or it could be like you could feel right at home, or you could feel karmic justice. Either if you've done right, you've done right. If you've done wrong, you've done wrong. You know what I mean? Like that kind of karmic justice. Either way it plays out, there's a balancing act. There's a balance happening, an equilibrium taking place. So in this YouTube version, we are going to go over a tarot card. And in the extended version, we are going to go over your archangel messages, your animal totem message, and your dream oracle message, as well as these Buddha wisdom cards that I have. So we definitely dive a little deeper in the extended. And so yeah, definitely make sure you check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. If you haven't pulled up your birth chart before, definitely do so. There's plenty of places on the internet that you can pull that up yourself. One caveat is that you need to know your exact time of birth in order to properly assess your your ascendant placement. Sorry, my ascendant is in Leo, so I think that's why I said that. Wow, and how fitting the card that we pull is. I'm actually gonna shift you guys a little bit because I can see now why I had it over this way, and you guys can see me a little bit in the mirror. I'm actually gonna shift that. I don't really want you guys to be able to see the mirror. I had to look at my phone. That's what I record on right now currently, earlier, and I guess I shifted the perspective a little more than I meant to. Anyways, let me take a sip. I think it's fitting that there's a scale or a set of scales on this card, because that literally is a symbol of Libra energy. The karmic balancing of the scales, always understanding that what you put out, you get back. And I think that with the Six of Pentacle energy, it's kind of like, for me, it's just like an overall energy. It's really understanding where and what to put your energy, your time, your resources, your emotion, your investments into, the people, situations, careers. Really learning the delicate balance between giving to yourself and then the time that you give to others. Like, there's always this duality in life that's playing out, and it's very important, I think, to become aware of, because Pentacle energy to me is just like, it speaks on very earthy investments, like your career, your finances, the things that you tangibly have, your family, network, your things that you really pour into, that you invest into, that bring, and that could, so you think about what you could possibly invest in, whether that's money related, emotionally related, time related, physically related. There's all these kind of, like, there's so many things that different things for different people. So we're all living different lives, but there's a sense of, okay, like, I have to be very aware that I have X amount of energy, and that doesn't change from day to day, and I have to choose and be hey, not in the video, no ma'am. I have to be very mindful of what I give my energy to, because I only have X amount of energy in a day, and if I pour into the wrong things, or if I pour into people that don't give back to me in an equal way, or if I'm, kind of being like the over giver, attracting the overtaker, hey, I'm gonna make you get out of here if you don't stop. I love you very much, but you need to behave. No, because nobody wants to be hearing all that. I definitely don't, and I know they don't. So stop. I definitely think putting up certain boundaries, being very stern, that's what I'm kind of picking up on. Me having to communicate with my dog a little more sternly than what I would like. Sometimes we really have to just, if this is about person, place, thing, career, whatever, boundaries are super duper important to be aware. Hey, out now. She did not like that. Upholding these boundaries is going to be maybe not, it's definitely going to take some of your energy, but you're going to see that upholding these boundaries and maybe having to communicate in a more direct way, balanced still, but a very direct way, to where there is no guessing what you meant by what you said, kind of thing, or what your intentions are. Like, there's a very balanced approach, a very balanced feel to this energy, and I think you're starting to really understand that, like, you have to prioritize these conversations, these shifts, these boundaries, these truths in your life that are playing out. This understanding that you have to be very mindful of where you put your energy, where and what you put your energy into, because that's super important. Like, if you're putting your energy into relationships or things or whatever that are pretty much a dead end, it's like, well, karmically, that's going to be really painful. So it's always good to reassess and recalibrate and, not settle for comfort, and just be willing to, maybe sacrifice some things in order to get to where you want to be. Whether that's time, people, energy that you're pouring into one thing, maybe you need to take your energy out of that and pour it into something different, to where you'll see a better return on your investment. I don't know. But I think you're definitely starting to see the value in, like you want to pour into things that are going to pour back into you. And that goes for anything and everything. Life is too short to be in one-way relationships. Like I said, but this is career, romance, family relationships. This could be coworker situations, whatever. This could break down to so many different things. Roommate situations. Like, you're definitely learning to be more mindful, I think, and especially as the Libra new moon approaches on the 28th. It's a very, if you're at peace with your truth, I think this is going to be a very, you're going to feel really good, I think, during this new moon. But if there are things that you're not expressing, that you've been wanting to express, or you become aware of things and you haven't really found, the way to express it, I think this new moon is really going to pull some uncomfortableness out of you. And it's going to force you into being more transparent about how you're feeling and how you want to act, be, feel, do, say, whatever you want to, you're just setting boundaries for who you want to be moving forward and how you want to move forward in your day to day is what I'm feeling. So let me pull one more card and then we're gonna end this. Wow, this is definitely a little all right. Okay. So the Lovers, definitely feeling like that's you know, the Lovers to me is obviously, I mean, this is I don't always like to say that the Lovers card is romantic, but let's be real. I mean, it's a sense of balance, and it might be a sense of balance within yourself. You know, the divine masculine energy within you balancing out with the divine feminine energy within you. That could be the Lover's energy, but this can also be a romantic relationship. This can be, you know, you even maybe having balance between like your mind and your heart space. This could be you learning that you want to have this equal give and take with a certain person that you really care about in your life, you know, like romantic or not. But you know, that Lover's card immediately, you know, of course I get romantic feels, or not, I don't want to say of course, because it's definitely, I'm very intuitive with readings, but I also do enjoy understanding the cards and the story that they hold innately. But this is also a moment of allowing spirit into your life too, because if you really pay attention to the Lover's card, it's the divine masculine. So the man looks to the woman and the woman is looking up to the heavens, to God. So on an internal level, this is the divine masculine energy, which is the action, the physical, the 3D, looking to the divine feminine, which is the intuition, the time with the divine nature within you, the psychic abilities, the emotional space, the more intangible part of you, right? The things that you can't really touch, feel outside of, you know, an internal energy that you experience. But like, you can't hold it within your hand. No, I said no, out. You don't want to listen, so sorry. And maybe that's the energy that you're having to hold up too, Libra. Like, maybe if you're like just starting to really see that something, like, you've expressed yourself and something is just not reciprocating or not shifting or not understanding, not coming to like a compromise, something, maybe you're willing, maybe you're just having to be okay with the fact that like, this just isn't for me, I have to walk away, whatever. Picking up on a lot of different messages here. So a very good thing to remember for anybody that's watching any kind of tarot, you know, this is a collective general reading, so one message might be for you that I pick up on, and another message like directly following that might not be specifically for you, but it might be for another Libra. But then the following message after that could be for you. You know what I mean? So it's like certain details, not everything in a reading like has to be spot on for you. Like sometimes it, and if the reading is not resonating with you, if you're like, this is bullshit, well then the reading, that I'm not tapping into your energy, I'm not tapping into your message, this is for someone else. And that's just kind of the way that, you know, the energies work. I allow the divine into my life and into my heart and into my readings, and I allow that to take over, essentially. And so I surrender to whatever is coming forward and what wants to be noted, what wants to be recognized in this reading. And I let that take precedent, and that's all I can really do. I'm just the channel in which the information wants to pour out of, and that's all I can really be for everyone, including myself. But Libra, I definitely feel like this is, you know, and the Lover's card can indicate a choice. But what I was saying, sorry, I kind of got a little sidetracked, is that the divine masculine looks to the divine feminine looks up to the heavens. And this is a moment where you're allowing spirit back into your life, because connecting from the divine masculine to the divine feminine, that is you creating the circuit within yourself to allow the divine to really work in your life, and to allow transitions and allow shifts, paradigm shifts to take place in relationships, in career paths, in just your overall situation, in your mindset. This could be a balance of, this could be so many different things, you know, like that's why I love tarot. It's so due to interpretation, and it's also in a very, I love my, like, using intuition because, you know, there's so many different things. I love it because it's kind of like an abstract painting. Like, you take what you're picking up on and you resonate with that, and that's just what it is. And that's kind of what I feel like tarot is. It's an unfolding abstract painting, and it's very beautiful and alluring. But yeah, this is definitely feeling like oh wow, I just realized that the Lover's card is 6, and that's a 6. So 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 is wow. This is definitely balance. 6 is a number of balance, and people tend to get freaked out like, oh, 6, 6. You're like 666, that's the number of the devil. Like, let's be real. 6 is, in numerology, 6 is a number of balance. You know, even numbers are balanced, uneven numbers are not so balanced. So it just is very indicative of what the phase of your life is, numerically speaking, what that would boil down to. Because anything and everything in life boils down to a number and an energy. So, and if you really think that that's bullshit, well, I don't know. Go talk to a mathematician. Go talk to a physicist. And then maybe we can continue this discussion on a more enlightened level, I guess. Yeah. It's very interesting to me how we got 2 6s here. This is definitely balance taking place. This is you realizing that balance is, I mean, you're a Libra. Of course you prioritize balance in your life, you know? I don't think that that's even like really negotiable in a sense when it comes to Libra energy, which is okay. And depending on your other placements, that just is kind of showing where and when you, what parts of yourself are more in balance, what other parts, like, because you're going to seek balance, but maybe you struggle having balance in certain departments versus others of your life. Like, maybe you really thrive in having like career balance, but relationship balance in your social life you're not so great at. Or maybe it's the other way around, you know what I mean? Like, or maybe you have financial balance, or maybe you have financial balance, but you have like emotional imbalance. Like, there's, you know what I mean? There's a lot of like ways that this can manifest. So I definitely feel like that this is where we're going to stop your YouTube version. We're going to go on over to the Patreon link below. If this message resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Check your placements. Make sure that if this didn't resonate with you, check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, south node, Mercury. Like, there's all kinds of placements. Like, it's just empowering information. So I'm going to check out, like, if any numbers, if you have a favorite number, or your birth numbers, your time of birth, any numbers that kind of, you know, you find yourself seeing all the time, that repeat themselves, you know, look out for those too when it comes to readings, because those are going to be, you know, little signals to you like, hey, there's a message here for you more than likely. 9 times out of 10, I always feel that way. I think there might have been like 1 or 2 readings that I've clicked on that, like, well, actually, no, I take that back, because they didn't make sense in the moment, but then later on, it's like, oh shit, that's what that meant. So yeah, either way, there's always a message for you. Like, there's always a way to learn from everything, at least from my perspective. So, all right. We are going to end this reading, and we are going to hop on over into your Patreon version. So I hope this benefited you in some way. I love you so much, Libra, and until next time, ciao. Bye.